Hey, everybody!
Hello. This is so fun. I was just downstairs and I got transported up.
Oh my gosh, so excited to have you here. What? So awesome.
Or a round of confetti for Merc and Lakes.
Oh, you guys.
Oh, yeah. I've been watching their videos, their creator videos, all these different videos that they've done, and how much they help new people. I mean, whenever I'm on the community group, I see some questions and I'm like, oh, wait, Lakes and Merc have a video for that. So nobody even needs to answer it. Reached out to them a while back and they were busy doing some work that they couldn't talk about, but we'll talk about later. Understand their journey because it's such a cool one, especially finding each other here. So Lakes and Merc, thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Yeah.
Seriously,
So
you were like, the origin of Horizon a little bit here. You come from the very beginning with Paige, and all of you guys are so awesome.
Right back at you guys.
Definitely.
Really. It was starting to get stale, and then you guys came and pumped it up, and a few others, Flutter, Meditation, and Oculus. Some names that I see. But yeah, I really came on the show, not about me, but because I want to learn more about you two and your journey and understand your background and how you got into VR.
Oh, well, my journey in VR started many years ago, just trying to touch VR with Google Cardboard and my cell phone, and then pixel quality was so bad, and then trying to get 360 cameras, recording content. Oh, it's been a fun journey. And when the Quest 1 came out, we were instantly sold. Now we're on Quest 2, which is fabulous. Looking forward to what's coming down in next year. So that's looking really good. And, one of the most interesting things about early VR is how anti-social it was. And so the moment we had this ability to connect with people, it broke through so many barriers. And Horizon, it feels different. And I'm watching the Connect event. I don't know about you guys, but I was a little concerned, just a little, about having avatars that weren't necessarily human. And how do we continue to have human connection beyond that? And I think it'll be possible, but it's going to be very careful stepping stones, because what we have here feels so really connected. And we've built our entire business, Vidyuu, literally around meeting people in Horizon. And so everyone on our team, whether they're on the professional team or just the volunteer team, we've met in Horizon. And it's so cool. We're absolutely blessed to have met so many amazing people, especially you guys are all here in the audience. A lot of you, we love you guys so much. And
That's amazing. How about you, Mark?
He had a really good point there about, I was always bewildered by VR and always wanted to try it out. And then I tried it in at a mall once. I was blown away. When I heard about the Quest 2 being released, I was so amped about it. It's what I asked for Christmas last year, and I was lucky enough to get one.
Yeah, go Candace! Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, my wonderful wife. The ability to play VR with friends now in a social aspect has really changed everything.
When you guys got your headsets and sort of started getting the higher res and the Quest, what was your first experience like?
I actually was really excited about the Star Wars games. Played those. Those were really fun, and that's while I was waiting my invite to Horizon.
Oculus Quest 1, pre-ordered, arrived, day one owning it, blown away by the tech. I think I gotta say it was probably Beat Saber. And I'm not a gamer. I gotta be very clear. I build games and I love doing that. But playing games, I haven't touched a game since I got Horizon. There's a couple Beat Saber and some workout sort of stuff, the punching ones. But really, I don't do Star Wars and that type of thing. So that didn't interest me. But what was interesting is I was so excited about the software and how well the hardware looked. We bought a second one, and then that arrived a few weeks later. And then we tried to go and play together, and it was so difficult. It was the early days of Rec Room and some of the other social apps, and we were really disappointed how you couldn't really have a social experience yet. And but then we heard about Horizon, got our invites, got accepted about a year and a month ago. My wife, where is she at? There she is, up there in the producer box. She's got her mouth open. Woo! Okay.
Yeah.
It took a while to find out about building. Around then, it was still there's a couple people on at a time max. It was really, really small community. And now things are just growing really, really fast. It's extremely exciting. But, the hard thing, and the one thing I keep emphasizing to people, is how we need to continue building connections just like we had when we first got in here, making sure to build those personal relationships with people that we're meeting for the first time, because it's how we got this incredible community. It's why we feel so welcomed and like this really loving presence that's here. So I just encourage everybody, when you're meeting someone new, make sure to give them that same experience you got. And hopefully we can continue cascading that down as the beta slowly opens.
I love it. Pay it forward. That's
Yeah.
absolutely the best way to do it. Well, while you guys were doing that and getting into the headsets and coming into Horizon, how did you get together and start collaborating? Like, how did you meet?
Star Wars! Just kidding. But like, seriously.
My passion of Star Wars. Lakes was actually doing a Star Wars lightsaber scripting lesson.
He was a bad student.
Yeah, I showed up real late, but I showed up and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm finally here. What did I miss? And they're like, well, we missed about 2 hours of work. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's hilarious.
But
Yeah.
Lex ended up making like a really amazing lightsaber. And I was like, oh my gosh, we should put this in Merck's Mountain.
Yeah.
And I don't think he really knew much about Merck's Mountain at the time. Or
No.
he knew me. So
All I
he was
knew
like,
is you were kind
"Sure,
of
let's check
famous.
this out."
So I barely knew this guy. You were like somehow had got your world featured, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's got a featured world. He must be famous. He's in the in crowd, whatever. And so he had asked me to help with his world, and I was like, yeah, I'll help you get some lightsabers in there. And we built a little lightsaber fighting arena. And then we had a couple other opportunities. He asked for some help about like his baseball bat, making sure the ball would return after you hit it. And I made a video about that, because I just love making videos when people ask questions, because then we can like spread that knowledge. It's not just a 1-in-1. It's like a 1 in hundreds at that point, which is so cool. And
Yes.
so it was awesome meeting
Love
him.
that.
But I honestly, first time I met him, I was like, I cannot stand this guy. How dare he like show up in my class late? It was so funny. But obviously don't rely on first impressions.
So it was a lightsaber on a mountain.
Yep,
The guys you guys
basically.
together. I love it. And then how did you decide you
Spaceship.
were going to collaborate?
We were working, I don't even know where it was. It was just hanging out one night in Horizon. We met some guy who had just joined. He was brand new. And he was like, oh, I want to learn about creation. And so we took him into a new world. We put a little hill together, made a ball that when it hit the player, it respawned them to the beginning. And it became ruler of the hill by the end of the weekend. And so it was all about teaching another person. And that was our real first collaboration together, just building an entire world.
Egg Hunt. Egg Hunt was before that.
Egg Hunt. That's true.
Mini
There was
game.
Egg Hunt before that. Egg Hunt was kind of weird though, because it was a collaboration, but it was just like we all got together. It was just a bigger group, and it was weird. Like it was a messenger chat. I didn't see you throughout that process as much. So
Pretty much.
really felt like I got to know you during Ruler of the Hill. But yeah, totally. Yeah, it's been a
Oh,
fun
I
journey.
love that. This is what it's all about. This is what gets me so excited. You can see that and feel that when I'm hanging out with both of you or I'm one-on-one. Just your personalities just work so well together, because it can be hard to collaborate at times, or not hard, just it can be challenging. It seems like
Yeah.
you've got the right recipe. The reason why I asked that is because I don't know if anyone has seen the new tutorials.
Woo!
That
Yeah,
came out.
new tutorials.
What?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay, yes, I was just like, brilliant. Who made these? Who thought of this? I mean, people can only consume, up to 5 minutes, even really 1 minute, and in the first minute, you get half of the stuff you need to know. You really simplified it. Tell me about how that all got started, and also, what the process was like, because that's really exciting.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, it all started from the community. I mean, it's everybody here. It's everybody watching this video. You all came together and said, hey, why isn't Vidyuu making these tutorials, the official ones? And for months, people had posted that in the group chat. And so one day I was seeing this, and I was, I was like, oh, thank you guys. Like, that's so great. I really appreciate that. I didn't think it would happen, but I messaged Kevin, who's incredible. He's an incredible community member. And I was just like, hey, so if you guys ever really wanted to hire me, like, I could probably put some videos together and just let me know. I got like a professional video company if you're interested. And 3 months later, we got a message, and they were like, hey, so what did you guys want to do, like a tutorial series or something? I don't remember the exact message, but all I know is I had to sign an NDA, and about 15 minutes after the meeting that I had about this, I called Merck and I was like, you need to sign this NDA immediately so I can talk to you. And so then he was signed on. So we prepared our proposal for them. And oh my gosh, it's weird working with a big company. I mean, we were a very small company. Like even before this, we'd done quite a bit of work around the world, but relatively small compared to Facebook, who's absolutely massive, now Meta. And yeah, so it was a very nerve-wracking journey, and it still is. We're super blessed that you guys all gave us this opportunity, really, just by your support, and really appreciate it.
It's just been evolving from day one. I think we've learned a lot. I think the first package took a majority of the time.
Yeah, it was like a month and a half.
We've really nailed what was
imagine.
needed, then it was like 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It was pretty hectic for a couple of weeks, but it was good.
we got it out for Connect. That was the goal, and we managed to pull that off. So, like, little behind the scenes here, we got it done 2 weeks early, and I mean, it was insane to meet that deadline, but we did it. Now we're like rolling a little bit slower. I'm pushing back on deadlines now. Wait, I'm not supposed to talk about this, so like, no more talking about it. But more stuff to come, and I can't wait.
That's exciting, and what I really loved about the video, that you incorporated actual creators. And that is, to me, what makes it feel so much like home. It's not just some actor, actress, or just anyone. It's literally the people building in there. So the passion shows in those videos. I think that was a brilliant idea, and major kudos. Let's get some of these confettis for that. What?
Yeah, seriously. We had Phoenix. Oh my gosh. It was so awesome having these creators come in. And that was an important part for us. Like really early on, we knew that we didn't want it to just be myself. We wanted to have a very diverse mix of people coming in from the community. It's from the community for the community. And we thought that would just be so much more impactful. And to be honest, I feel like we need to get our bar of quality higher. It's really hard to film in Horizon in VR. Like, if you've ever tried to film in VR, KO, she is the mastermind behind almost all of this. So she's doing all the filming, most of the editing, and she goes up to menus.
We need a picture of her.
Oh, we really do. And
she's shocked.
She gets up to menus really close to get those detailed shots and holds her head steady for long periods of time just so that you can view it on the video. And it's really difficult. So we're working to try and make that easier to film and easier to make. And we've got some other stuff that I can't talk about. Oh my gosh. This is why we didn't talk about it for months, because I can't talk about any of it. But huge shout out to KO.
Hard, right?
Seriously, it really is. I know. I want to tell you everything.
Way to go.
Yeah.
That's
so
what
awesome,
I call, the family that VR's together stays together and creates really incredible videos. I'm just waiting for your families to get together, both of you, IRL, and celebrate such a success. I mean, it's going to help so many creators and even people outside to understand the simplicity of building in many different forms, because you really kind of break it down is what you do. Something really hard, and you break it down and make it really easy step by step. So it's great.
We can learn these scripting tools and do these things ourselves, but we don't have to. And this is something that I think is going to become even easier in the next year and a half or so as we see this world, Horizon world becoming better and better. But today we made this snow, and it was just kind of a cute thing we wanted to add for the studio. And it took me about maybe 15 minutes to write this script. It was like no time at all. And we're going to give this away. So if you want a copy of this on our YouTube channel right now on Facebook, just type your username in, and we're giving it away. And so there's two paths forward. You can learn, but we can also share what we've done, what we've created. And so we've got the keyboard, and this snow will be out there soon. And I'm looking forward to seeing how we as creators can not only just build amazing things ourselves, but also incorporate and modify awesome things from our friends and those that we meet. So really excited to be helping on both fronts. So yeah.
No, I love that. Yeah, because it's all about collaboration. I mean, that's what community is, and that's why you've built such a strong one, because sharing is caring, right? The Care Bears said
Yeah.
it right back in the day. But you're right, because what you use the snow for might be different than what someone else does, and I'm sure it'll be exciting for you to see.
You could be next to a volcano and this could be ash pouring down, right? Like, oh my gosh, where's Tanzer? Tanzer, feel the burn, right? So totally. There's so many uses for little things, and I just love seeing how people take small ideas and make it their own. Oh, it is a blessing just to watch everybody create, and build this community. Oh, I love it. Really do.
Absolutely. I remember Merck came in pretty last minute for the creator community world for Connect, and he brought in this boom box and the attention to detail. I just couldn't stop talking about it. I'm like, hold on, wait, I got to get back to our clothes. Can we just take a moment for this? Because this is a big moment for me. I'm looking at this boom box and I want to buy it. Because it's so sick.
Yeah.
Sir Merk-a-lot.
What?
But talking about building, right?
Yeah.
You guys are builders. You met building. What's a favorite world that either you built together, you built, or that you've experienced?
Amazing World by Merck recently created. It's called The Outbreak at the Manor. It's another Halloween-inspired world. It's a plague tag. It's actually in the back of this world. We'll be heading there at some point later tonight during the tours event, and so we can't wait to check that out with all of you. But, that's an amazing world. I loved creating that with Merck. He spent so much time on the design, and then I came in and added a few scripts, and voila. And that was a fun one. But, we did that with Pop Pop, too, which is good. So, Merck, what are your favorites that we've built? And then let's talk about some of the community favorites, because there's a lot of amazing content from the community.
Favorites? Well, I know you said not to mention Murder Village, but what I loved so much about Murder Village is how just through playtesting it day after day with people from the community, how it evolved from the game it was initially into adding all these special things to it. And it really was a huge community. Anybody that played it had some sort of impact in how the game ended up being. It was super cool like that.
Totally.
And another fun one was Ruler of the Hill, like you had previously mentioned. That one was fun because it was just one weekend and it was just laying stuff down, whatever, for fun, and made a game out of it. Like, it was just really carefree fun.
I love that. Carefree fun. It's like double mint gum.
Yeah, I think one of the hardest things coming out of the Accelerator program for us is we have so much going on in our brains now. And so, Ruler of the Hill, we didn't really think about spacing, or we just did it and had fun. Now it's he's showing me this world he's working on today, and I feel kind of bad because I came in there and I was like, so we got to make it tighter, we got to make it closer, it's got to feel like this personal connection, and he's just out there trying to have fun, and I'm just tearing apart his design. And I'm I'm so sorry, Merk.
I'm like, no, we'll just start from scratch whenever we build whatever we're building, don't worry.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a lot. There's so many different things that you can do, but you can't do it all, and you want to do it right now. You had mentioned the Accelerator program. What was that like? And how did you know you were going to do it together?
Accelerator program, I didn't even think we were going to go into it because I was like, this is obviously for other people. This isn't designed for us. And I felt like, okay, that's fine. And then the Horizon team was like, no, you guys have to apply. This is for higher level creators. And we were like, okay. The hardest part for me, honestly, was having to decide one person to work with. And it wasn't hard to choose to work with Merck, but it was hard to say no to so many other people I wanted to collaborate with on projects. And I wish we could have done a team of more than two, team of 3 or 4. I think we would have had better products. We would have learned a little bit more about collaboration, which is huge in Horizon. So I think 2 is really limiting, and I'm hoping they kind of expand that in the future.
I love it.
Yeah, Alex was initially like, I don't think we should do it. And I was like, dude, we already have I have an idea. Let's just go with it. It was because I was just I was wanting to make this Merc Mart shopping thing from what we had in the first world tours. It was just kind of let's just give it a shot.
That wasn't the first thing though. What was the first idea we had? Because we had a really cool idea. Was it Pickles?
Yeah, but Pickles. The thing was, it didn't
match the format. Game. Yeah. We really so we were working. I haven't finished it yet. It's still in back burner. 4 or 5 months old now, but I'm working on this world called Pickles. And it's this kind of like
know?
game. You've played Ramen Boss, right? Here in Horizon. I love Ramen
Yes.
Boss. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. And so I wanted to build something like that. And I was like, that would be such a valuable game to add to Horizon, because I figured it was kind of a mini game. And then we read the rules,
Mini
and it was
pickles.
like, it's got to be a 90-second mini game. And we were like, I guess it's not going to be Ramen or Pickles IO. So we kind of had to shove that away. And that's when Merc came in with his Shop, which, I mean, Shop really is Merc Mart taken to the next level. And anyone who's been here since the early days of tours remembers Merc Mart. It had Oculos, the cereal brand. It had the Hero sub, which is like the
Oh, that's
super
right.
bouncy sub. And it had just a lot of little things for people to do.
I love that.
It's really where we got started and created our first team. So, yeah, Shop really is almost kind of a tribute to everyone's hard work. So we appreciate. Yeah.
Well, how did you decide the name?
Zap, zap.
A little inspiration from Waffle, yeah. What? I don't know if there was anything. We just knew we couldn't use Merc Mart because names aren't really good for creating brand.
Yeah.
And we wanted to keep it short and sweet. So Shop, and then we did Pop.
I thought Shop
and,
was great.
At some point, we'll make
Chop,
something
chop,
else.
chop.
Was all of your communication in Horizon, or did you do idea work outside of Horizon?
That's a good question.
A lot of it, the proposal was like outside on the phone and stuff.
A little bit. I'd almost say it was
that's great.
50-50. Merc and I talk on the video call on Messenger every day
Oh,
for more
cool.
time than we spend in VR. Yeah. We met in VR, but we spend more time out of VR together, which is probably not normal for most
love
VR
it.
friends. So
It's true.
if you're talking about just like the Accelerator group, it was a good chunk in VR, but it was also a good chunk out of VR. We had some really cool like in VR classes, but we also did a lot of stuff on a computer where we could talk to people face to face and like Zoom type calls, which really isn't as amazing as VR, but it's cool when you can like see people's like computer screens and like slideshows and stuff.
Yes.
So fingers crossed we get that type of stuff in Horizon at some point, but for
We
now.
will. Workrooms for sure.
Oh yeah, Workrooms is awesome.
What are some tips you'd share?
I guess if you're creating a game, really focus on the mechanics and what's fun first, and pretty much get all the really hard scripts out of the way until you're happy with what you've got. Have a gray box, and if you really want to start art, what you can do is Creative Corner, where you kind of just start putting down color palettes and maybe start building a few objects just to kind of give you a sense of space. But really leave the art till last until you're really happy with what you got.
When it comes to the Accelerator and getting in, whether it's a mini game or not, you're going to have to follow the rules to a T. We saw plenty of amazing creators get turned down because their minigame idea didn't match exactly what they wanted. And, you know, I feel really bad because I know there was some amazing things out there. But, like, it's not always going to be a minigame, right? Like, at some point it might be something else. But you need to try to understand beyond the prompt, which is really hard. And so I'll be making a video about it. So check, make sure you're subscribed to Vidyuu channel or whatever. Oculus is in my head now.
Vidyuu.
But seriously, when we posted that video about the Accelerator program, I laid out exactly what was required to make it go. And we heard from several creators who didn't get accepted that they just didn't care about those requirements. And they were going to do whatever they want. And those are the people who didn't get accepted. And it broke my heart because it was just, they were amazing creators that we didn't get to see in the program. But it needed to be a 90-second game. It needed to be in a space no bigger than the stage here. It had to be a really, the requirements were really specific. Please do subscribe for that when it does come out. And be looking in the group chat. We're going to see it posted there as well. So.
If you had to define community in Horizon, how would you define it?
Would be, I guess, all of the friendships I've made. I didn't expect to have this within a VR app. So I came here to create, and that's only a little bit of what's going on here because there's so much community and events and all kinds of people to meet. It's just an incredible place. And so I'm very thankful for my friends that I've met, and I
Yes.
look forward to meeting a lot of new people.
Community is this event that we are at right here. Nava, the fact that you were willing to come at this time that we knew everybody is used to coming to the show, we are so blessed that you chose this with us. And immediately after, so for anybody watching the video, the time is 8 p.m. Pacific Eastern, and that's when we have this show here in Horizon on Wednesdays. And immediately after at 5:30, 8:30, we have the Horizon World Tours event. And an hour after that, we all just hang out across Horizon and check out everybody's worlds. So, join us Wednesdays. It's an amazing day that really does represent community. It's the moment we all get together and hang out and meet new people. And don't forget, Intro to Horizon is simultaneous to World Tours, where we have volunteers like Tanzer and Flutter who actually will be able to take you into build mode and show you some cool tricks, which is just such a blessing to have so many amazing community members like that.
So incredible.
And that is what community means to me.
It's so heartwarming to hear this. First of all, thank you for letting me join. But I can't close out until I get that fast round going. You know what I'm saying? I need to get the inside scoop.
Let's go. Yeah,
like
for
the
sure.
important things.
Yes, do
What's
it.
your favorite candy?
Ooh, Snickers.
What's your favorite candy?
Snickers.
Ooh.
Probably fuzzy peaches.
Whoa.
Ooh, like the sugary peaches?
Yeah.
How about your favorite show
Oh,
right now? Like Netflix
Doctor Who.
or
Definitely
Paramount
Doctor
Plus?
Who.
Right now, I'm super excited for the new Mandalorian season and the Book of Boba Fett. Oh my gosh.
Favorite game in VR outside of Horizon?
It's got to be definitely Beat Saber for me. It's just so fun every time I play it.
I love Beat Saber as well, but really, in terms of actual games, surprisingly, I don't like zombies, but Dual Strike Drop Dead is so much fun to just be able to shoot the zombies in endless waves. I've actually really enjoyed that despite not being a gamer or liking zombies, but that one's a lot of fun for me.
Okay. How about last song you played on either your phone or your
Oh my
stereo, whatever?
Dear
Boombox.
future husband.
Scars by
Oh!
Euphoria.
Yeah.
Ooh. Favorite childhood toy?
I have so many. I was
Lego.
obsessed with toys. But
Interesting. Good.
I think it'd have to be probably Ghostbuster toys.
Who are you gonna call?
Yeah.
Merc Busters.
But I had like honestly GI Joes and Jurassic Park toys, and I had a lot of toys that I really liked.
We're gonna be looking for a new world. Merc's Toys. Merc's
Yeah.
Childhood Toys. I like it. Favorite day of the week?
Got to be Wednesday.
It's got to be Wednesday.
I knew you were gonna say it.
Yeah.
Wednesdays.
Woo. Huge shout out
I
to
could keep
Nava.
going,
Thank
and there's
you
a lot of
so
questions.
much.
Yes, thank you so
Absolute
much,
pleasure
Nava.
tonight. And we look forward to
So
seeing you
awesome.
all in Horizon. Bye.
Woo.